All right, let's get into the NFL roundup. I say it every single week. However, yesterday I think is a perfect illustration of what I mean when I say the NFL, as amazing as that product is, and it is, as amazing as that product is, it is a mother of a product to read and get a handle on. I mean, the epitome of any given Sunday. For real. In a weekend where the premier matchup of Patty v. A-Rod was put on the back burner over the latter's positive COVID-19 test, the league still produced some bleeping, unbelievable, and absolutely mind-blowing results.
Unbelievable.
Just when you thought something was guaranteed, you end up eating a Justin Gaethje uppercut right in the face. Am I right, Bills Mafia? And unfortunately, yes, Mafia, I have to start with you. If you're arguing that you are the team to beat in the AFC, and it looked like you might be coming in, and then you melt down and you get embarrassed by Herb and the Jags, then unfortunately for you, yes, you're in the one hole, but for all the wrong reasons. I mean, I seriously cannot believe that I am not starting this show by talking about America's team and America's quarterback showing the hell up and showing the hell out after one of the worst weeks in that building in recent memory. How could I not blast out of the gates on Monday with that? But then again, how could I? How could I, Mafia, when you were getting your heads handed to you by Herb and Jacksonville? I mean, I get that we are at a point where literally anything can happen under the shield, and anything will. Anything can happen on any given Sunday except that. You enter the game as not only a Super Bowl contender, but maybe the Super Bowl favorite against an Herb-led squad and an organization that has not won a football game on American soil since week 1 of the 2020 NFL season. And you bleeping lose. Not only lose, you lose. I mean, this is mind-blowing to me. You not only lose, you lose to a Jacksonville squad that was without their leading rusher and best offensive weapon in James Robinson. Their left tackle, a team that did not score a TD, didn't even play good football. And Dan Arnold was their leading receiver with a whopping 60 total reception yards. Seriously, how many of you listening even knew who Dan Arnold was, let alone that he was a member of the Jags? So what the hell happened? How did that happen? What happened? I'll tell you what happened. Josh Allen on Josh Allen crime. That's what happened. Yeah, I mean, the toughest opponent will always be yourself. Am I right, big head? Generally. Except that's not what this is. In your case, yes, head. And by the way, where the hell were you, head, on Friday? I saw you post a picture from the beach. So while all of us are back here just grinding it out amongst the rats and roaches, you're just hanging out at the beach. And not only do you not do your big head bet segment, but you have the gall to tweet it so then you can claim victory when in fact you had another winning weekend. Yeah, well played, head. That's right, Mav.
That's right.
But no, this was not a matter of Josh Allen beating himself. No, this was the Jags, Josh Allen, giving the Bills, Josh Allen, the hands, the feet, the entire repertoire, landing cleanly all game long. I mean, the other Josh Allen was freaking everywhere. Except as far as the Bills Mafia is concerned, it was the wrong Josh Allen. Will Smith pitching to Will Smith. Can't believe these two fools. 8 tackles, 1 sack, one INT, and a fumble recovery to pretty much ice that game. He damn near beat the Bills all by himself. I'm telling you, the Bills' Josh Allen, meanwhile, had been playing at an MVP clip all season long coming into that game. He had only 4 turnovers through 7 games, yet he had 3 yesterday against Jacksonville. against a Jags team who just got hammered by a Geno Smith-led Seahawks team the previous week, 31-7, and whose coach looked like at any second he would be asking for permission from ownership to talk with USC about their head coaching vacancy. And yet that guy and that team shut down the NFL's highest scoring offense entering that contest, and they won 9-6. And Herb, if you're looking for credit, if there was ever a time that somebody deserved a night out, buddy, it's not you. It's your boy Josh Allen. Not you, him. So you might want to make that happen for him, buddy. That buddy needs a night out.
Get out of Dodge.
Mafia. Are you kidding me? Hey, C-Town, I'm really sorry about that. I mean, believe me, as it was all playing out, I could not wait to get on the air and hype your squad like I have for the last few years, but I can't. Because as big as that win was over Cincy, and I'll get there, I've got lots of thoughts on that, it was not as big as the Bills' loss to Jacksonville. I mean, that is stunning. Hey, and by the way, Cowboy fan, the hell are you laughing at? What are you laughing at? Because while losing to the Jags might be the single most embarrassing thing that could happen to any NFL team right now, getting curb stomped by the Broncos isn't much better. And all that goodwill that your team had generated from that 6-game winning streak, including that Halloween night win over the Vikings with your backup quarterback. Yeah, that pretty much is all right down the drain after yesterday's implosion against the Denver Broncos. Man, don't let that garbage time and okay stat line fool you either. Dak was not good. Dak had a bad day. Actually, he and his offense, which had come in averaging 40 per game at home, sucked to 1,000 sucks.
They suck to the power of 1,000 sucks.
My bad. To the power of 1,000 sucks.
They suck to the power of 1,000 sucks.
Actually, to be fair, it was not just Dak and the offense. Man, that was a team-wide effort. They all sucked to the power of 1,000 sucks.
The power of 1,000.
Dropped passes, penalties, muffed block punts, and the bigger... nice, Alvy. I like the way you just dropped muff. Very subtle. Very subtle. Oh, yeah, that too. Maybe a different use of the word. I mean, we're talking about muffed block punts. And maybe a bigger concern right now as the season progresses. How about that defense, particularly the run defense? That wasn't just leaking. Man, that damn near broke, yo. Dallas had the 6th best rush defense entering that game, and yet a bad Broncos running team or game gashed them, gouged them for 192 yards. 192 yards without Denver's best offensive lineman, too. So that final score, 30-16, was really misleading. That was a wax job at Jera's World.
What do you mean?
And I got a question. 1-800-636-8686. Go ahead, jump up in here. I got a question. A question for the second coming of Vince Lombardi, Mike McCarthy. Hey, Big Mike, I know you've struggled with clock management a few times. And you've struggled with when to use your timeouts this season. Well, you could add another mind-boggling decision to that impressive coaching tape that you've been assembling in 21. What the hell was Dak Prescott doing in that game late, down 30-0 with a jacked-up calf? Seriously, what was that guy still doing out there? Just curious. I mean, not to go all Pinky and Manning cast on you, but the hell was that, Big Mike?
Call timeout, Mike.
Is that part of that new age analytical-based coaching that y'all created in your year in the barn? If so, not good, big fella.
Not good.
Not good. I'll tell you something else not good, big fella. The fact you went 0 for 4 on 4th down yesterday, big fella. And those 2 early non-conversions did hurt you. I mean, I'm just saying, going for it on 4th can be a good thing. But it seems to me you're a little careless with it, dude. Now you're hitting on 35% of those decisions for the year. How's that data grab you? Time to get back in that barn and do some more analytical work because your decisions on 4th down are not working. Anyway, Credit to Denver. Well done, Bronco fan. In your first game without Von Miller, no less, your defense balled the hell out. Vic Fangio gets the biggest win of his tenure there, and one that he had to have, and one that the team had to have. Speaking of Von Miller, yes, I was on the NFL Today on CBS yesterday. Yes, I was hyping the Rams and Von Miller. Yes, I was hyped for that game. And then right before the game, you find out that Von is not going to go. Huh? Speaking of Von Miller and the Rams, what a junk kick leading up to kickoff to find out that he was not going to suit up against Tennessee last night. Honestly, it seemed like most of the Rams, including Matthew Stafford, also did not suit up last night. Especially early on for Stafford when he started to embrace his inner Carson Wentz. I mean, I've seen that play 15 times, and I still can't believe that happened. Not that guy. Not that guy. Not with that team. Maybe with the Lions. Maybe. So he's channeling his inner Carson Wentz. And then just as badly, he channeled his inner Matthew Schaub. What a ball player Kevin Byard is. Man, I love that guy. What a great play. So in the first game without Derrick Henry, that Titans defense made it known pretty quickly. Hey, yo, we got this. We got this. We are more than willing to assume the team's new identity without King Derrick. Fact is, that defense is good. It's good now. A year ago, they weren't. They're good now. In fact, a year ago, they were pretty horrible on third down. Now they're getting after the quarterback. They weren't last year. They weren't good on third down, and they weren't good at getting after the quarterback, and now they're good at both. Jeffrey Simmons did his best Aaron Donald impersonation on the big stage last night, and he and his teammates carried them to this dub. Titans fan, let me just say this. 192 total yards on offense is not going to get it done come playoff time. You know this. You got to be better offensively. But in your first game without the best running back in football, how could you not be geeked? Geeked the way your guys showed up. Titans are now 6-0 this season against playoff teams from last year. I don't know how closely you've been paying attention to it. I think a lot of you kind of wrote them off. They're 6-0 against playoff teams from last year. They've got the best record in the AFC. And when a lot of you were starting to get kind of tired of Mike Vrabel and starting to question Mike Vrabel, look at him now. As for the Rams, I want to say that that's a team that was totally unrecognizable to me last night. But the fact of the matter is, this is the team that shows up like that sometimes. Like, they're the most disciplined team in the NFL, but last night they were anything but. They committed 12 penalties, and they were averaging just under 4 a game this year. So what I'm saying to you is, when the Rams lose, man, they lose like that. They're a perfect example of give me an A or give me an F. The 2022 Rams. They're 7-2. They have looked like Super Bowl contenders in 7 games for the most part, but in their 2 losses, they were not competitive. The 28-16 loss and that earlier 37-20 beating at the hands of Arizona. I guess what I'm saying is flush it and move on again, Sean.